Okay, so this is pretty cool. We have our full CRUD system. We can create records, read them, update them, and delete them. But in the process of adding this functionality progressively into our script, we've created code that can be a little hard to dive into initially. So a couple of the weaknesses here are that, one, a lot of our code is within this processing here. It's not isolated out into its own functions, which means that it can be kind of challenging to read through all of these nested bits here. You see that this is actually indented 3 times. We have some code that's indented 5 times. And it's not necessarily clear when you're looking at some of this code here, how it's part of the overall system. But if you break up this code into functions, it can be a lot easier to identify what the functionality is of a specific piece because it's wrapped in a function that has a decent function name probably, and maybe some comments about what it does. Another area for improvement is that some of this functionality can be generalized a bit. So for example, we have some functionality that will delete a user. If we scroll up here, we can see that one, it's right here. But it assumes that we're getting the username from the URL. But let's say later, we want to create a form that allows the user to select to delete their own account, for example. Well, that username may be part of a post variable. Or let's say we create some functionality to allow us to delete multiple users at once, and we pass that information in some other way. Well, this functionality here can be generalized so that we can call it in a multitude of different ways. In general, the idea is that if you start seeing these get variables or post variables in your code, to isolate them out into something that the user can adjust and pass in themselves. It's a lot harder for people trying to plug into this code to adapt the get or post variables. It's much easier for them to pass a different set of variables into a function. So in this next step, we're going to refactor this code and add some improvements and some better architecture for expanding our script later.